Hello students, this is Miss Pooja Arun Mhatre, lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department in Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bhayandar East. Subject C Programming Language, practical number 40. The aim of the practical number 14 is write a programs using multi-dimensional array. The problem statements are write a program to sort numbers in ascending and descending in a given array, and problem statement 2 is write a program to add two matrices of size 3 by 3, store the additions in third matrix for given data elements. The practical significance is in C programming, you can create an array of array is known as multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array means array of array. So it has a rows and columns. The row represent the one dimension and column represent as a second dimension. So matrix addition is a simple process. We have to add the two matrix and the matrix and store the result in third matrix. But for the addition, we need a same size of the array or matrices. The relevant program outcome is, that means of this practical is discipline knowledge, experiments and practice, engineering tool, individual and teamwork. The practical skill developed in the students are we can write algorithm, flowchart, program. After the typing the program, we save the program. Then we compile the program. We debug the program. After debugging, we run the program and see the output. The relevant course outcome is use array and string in C programming. That is the third chapter of the program. So here is the minimum theoretical background. So table number 1 shows the number of rows and number of columns. The figure table shows the number of rows are 3 and the column number is 4. So that means the size of this array is 3 by 4. The first dimension shows the number of rows and second dimension shows the number of columns. So X is a two-dimensional array. Here the given example is 3 by 3 matrix. So matrix 1 store the data of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And matrix 2 store the data as 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 and 3, 2, 1. So the addition of this matrix 1 and matrix 2 is given in the third column, that is sum of the both matrix. So that means matrix number 1 first element, matrix number 2 first element were added and the result is stored in a matrix number 3 first element. So aim of the program is write a program using multi-dimensional array. So program name is write a program to sort number in ascending and descending in a given array. So here is the algorithm for this program. First step is the start. Second step is a declare variables n, I, j, temp and array size of 100. Third step is input the elements of the n, enter the input for the n. Then fourth is print the data in ascending and descending order and stop. Flowchart of this practical. The flowchart of the practical is step 1 start, step 2 declare the variable and array, read the value for n, print the list for the array, that is the size of the array is 2, then we have to print the array as a 2 elements. Then we will check the conditions up to the 10. When the conditions are true, then they will proceed for the next step. If the condition are false, they will end the program. So after the adding the elements, we will put the data into the ascending order, check the data into ascending order which is less than or greater than. Then sorting the data will be printed on the screen and the program will be completed. For this, we will see the program in Turbo C software. So here is the program of the ascending and descending order of the array. So first we have to add the header files, then add the main function, then we have to declare the array and the variables. So array is the A of 100 size, N is the number of the array size, I is used for the rows and J is used for the column. So first we have to enter the array size. After the entering the array size, we have to add the element in that array. So after the adding array, we have to check the data which is greater than or not. So when the A of J, that is column data, and A of is greater than I, so we will swap the data. If the number is greater than last number, then we will swap the data. After the swapping, for the swapping we use a temporary variable. So after the swapping, we will print the data into ascending order. So for the ascending order, we have the ascending order is small to big. So we will check the data for the small numbers. So we will check the A of J is less than A of I. The less than data will be printed first and greater than data will be printed sorted last. So for after this, we will sort the data in descending order using the condition of greater than. So greater than data is printed first and less than data will be printed last. After the completion of the program, we compile the program, then we run the program. So array size is 3. The elements are 12, 32 and 14, and the ascending order of this is 12, 14, 32 and descending order is 32, 14 and 12. Here is the ascending and descending data program will be completed. So we will go for the second program of the practical number 14, that is write a program to add two matrices of size 3 by 3 and store the additions in third matrix for given data element. So that means we have to add two matrices and store the data into third matrix. So we were uh, including the header files, adding the main function and declare the matrix as a matrix A, matrix B, matrix 3 of 3 by 3 size. Then we declare the variable as RCK, R for rows, C for K, C for columns and K for the result. So after the declaration of the variable, we will set the matrices as our rows will be starts from 0 and it will be check the condition up to 3. Then column also start from 0 and check the condition up to 3. After the declaration of rows and column, we enter the first matrix data, that is matrix A of rows and column. After the entering the rows and column, the same logic will be used for the adding the data into the second matrix. So when we enter the second matrix data, we will then we have to add the 1 and 2 matrix into third matrix. For the third matrix, we also set the data into 0 to 3 limit, that is start from 0 and check the condition for the 3 for the rows and column. When the matrix C is ready to add the data, that means matrix C of rows and column is equals to matrix A of rows and column plus matrix B of rows and column. So answer will be added in the matrix C. After the addition of the matrix, we will display the new additional matrix on the screen. So for that, we also create the rows and column matrix and print the data into the print function using the matrix C of rows and column. So after that, we will save the program. After saving program, we have to compile the program. We will check for the error. So here is some error, that is the compound statement is missing. That means curly braces is missing here. After curly braces given, we have to save the program. After saving the program, compile the program again. There is no error. Run the program. So we have to give the first matrix element, that is 1, 2, 3. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and again I'm giving the element as 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is a 3 by 3 matrix. Because of that, each matrix hold the 9 elements. So here is the addition of the new addition matrix. So enter matrix, the first element is 1 and second matrix element is 9. So 1 plus 9 is 10. So according to this, matrix addition is done. So here is the our practical number 14 is completed. Thank you.